Guys, I just had to show you this. It's just amazing. I am opening and closing, slamming the door of my freezer, and those guns stay put. Welcome back, everyone, to the Tactical Doghouse. You are in the doghouse today with Eve, and we are taking a look at JM4 Tactical Quick Click and Carry Magnetic Leather Holsters. We've got two separate models for you to look at today. We've got the Quick Click and Carry High Ride, which is this model right here. And then we are going to look at the Magnetic Sidecar holster, which is basically the Quick Click and Carry with a magazine carrier attached. So let's take an in-depth look. I have worn the Quick Click and Carry for many years, on and off with various guns, and the sidecar one is fairly new to me since it's a fairly new holster, but I feel like I have a pretty good feel for it so far. You guys, I just had to show you this. We're in my kitchen now, okay? And if you hear my dog snoring, please ignore that. I just wanted to show you the retention on these holsters. Oops, magnet that way. It's just amazing. I am opening and closing, slamming the door of my freezer, and those guns stay put. Now, would that work with a heavier, larger gun? Maybe not. I just wanted to let you know that retention is as rock solid as it can be for an open top leather holster. I will just apologize in advance for the worn look. Well, maybe I shouldn't apologize. I'm a little bit proud of the patina on this Quick Click and Carry High Ride holster. I have worn this for many years, sweated in it a lot, and it was not this color when we started out. It was closer to a light tan color, but this is a great example of what the tan color will do with a lot of time and a lot of wear. So again, let's take a look at the construction. On the rear side, you've got, or I should say the body facing side, if you're wearing this inside the waistband, which I do, we've got fairly thick Herman oak leather that is stitched with really sturdy, I don't know if the stitching is cotton or polyester or some blend, throughout. There is a combination of magnets in this holster. There's a magnet here and a magnet inside that flap. They are attracted to one another. Amazingly enough, the benefit that we get from that is a dual sort of retention. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and holster this Glock 42, which by the way has been safety checked. Go ahead and holster that Glock 42. You can see that the sweat guard on the Quick Click and Carry covers the back of the slide, protecting the gun from sweat and me from exposure to the metal of the gun. Interestingly enough, without any straps, no retention straps, no nothing, the steel of the slide actually holds the gun in the holster and provides retention because steel magnets, you know, they do a thing. Protection of the trigger guard for this particular gun is excellent. There's nothing that's going to get in there. It is a good fit in terms of safety for this particular gun. Likewise, let's take a look at the Quick Click and Carry with a Magnetic MC9, another gun that I carry quite often. Actually, I don't carry the 42 very often at all. I used to. You can see again with a Magnetic MC9, fairly good fit all around. The just barely covers the edge of the barrel. The sweat guard doesn't quite completely cover the back of the slide, but it's pretty close. You can, for $5 extra, get the optic ready model of it. Otherwise, the portion that covers the slide comes up a little bit too far for most optics. These two guns that I own happen to fit in this, I think it is the large think that's the large. I'm not sure. Anyway, the wonderful thing about the JM4 Tactical website is that you can purchase the holster according to not only your dominant hand, everything's available in left and right hand. You go according to gun, make, and model, and it will self-select the correct fit for you. Let's take a look at donning and drawing from and reholstering with the Quick Click and Carry High Ride. I am using the tan model in this case just because it's a little bit more visible on camera. So you will notice I have already inserted the gun into the holster. By the way, when I do that, I never cover my support hand. I come in from above, ease it up against the sweat guard, and insert it. Once the gun is completely in the holster, that is a safe situation. Until then, we consider the muzzle a danger, all right? So, once the gun is completely in the holster, I carry at appendix position at about 130, with my navel being 12 o'clock, excuse the microphone cord there. The holster goes into my waistband, the flap simply drops over top, and I have concealment and retention all in one, no straps at all. I like that a lot. The draw is simply to reach down, assertively push the web of my hand up to the top of that grip so that I can get a good firing grip from concealment, come out, and get the gun into action. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for your safety, I would prefer for your safety that you not reholster in appendix position into a leather holster. Why? Because there will inevitably be some pressure on it because of your body being against the back of the holster, and you're going to end up using your muzzle as kind of a fishing tool or a pushing tool to get in there. That's not a safe situation. So my recommendation is for every draw, take the holster out and then reset the whole business. Is that difficult when you're practicing drawing and firing and reholstering and so forth? Yes, it is. That's a drawback, I think, to this holster. You will also note that I have a belt. This nice belt, by the way, is from Falco. It is their elegant leather belt. I have tried wearing this holster quite often without a belt. It is advertised to be worn as such. I personally, as a longtime carrier, as an instructor, do not recommend that. What I have found is that sometimes the holster gets dislodged on the draw if it's not secured to a belt. My recommendation is keep a belt when you are wearing this holster. Can it be worn outside waistband? It is advertised to be worn, if I were a left-handed person, advertised to be worn outside the waistband. Is it okay for just carrying the gun around? Yes, it is. Is it completely dependable on the draw? Pretty much. I mean, I don't feel as secure about the gun's retention there. It does get dislodged pretty quickly. Guys, you probably bought this tool for when violence is happening. When violence is happening, bad people want these things. They will take them from you if given the chance. I really believe in a holster that is securely attached to your body. This does not fill that bill when carried outside the waistband. That's my opinion. Here again, we've got the Magnetic MC9 inside the Magnetic Sidecar holster. Has the magazine caddy on it. And you'll notice I have rotated my belt buckle to between the second and third loops over here, because if I put it in the middle with all of this holster and all of this mag pouch going on, concealment is not a thing that's going to happen. I get a tremendous bulge outside on the center of my shirt there. I have found, I'm 5'5", 150 pounds. I have found that I cannot wear the gun where I normally would wear the holster where I normally would on my side, because I lose concealment with the gun with the grip sticking out right about here. So sidecar holster, basically the same thing. It rides fairly deep even for me, even though this is a high ride. Pretty good with the draw. If I need to change magazines, it's not so bad to draw, get that out. Everybody should know how to do a tactical reload, but that is a discussion for another day. And so that is your magnetic sidecar holster demo. Again, this one is available in tan, brown, and black. I would highly recommend the tan if you are going to do it. I have worn this holster all day on the range as an experiment. Quite comfortable actually standing up. If I'm sitting down driving for any length of time, it begins to get a little tight feeling. The biggest downside I can tell you about is when it's time to use the little girls' room, or the girls' little room, as I like to call it from now on. It sounds creepy to say the little girls' room, don't you think? When I go to use the girls' little room, having the belt buckle over here does require some extra work. So that's been my take on the quick click and carry high ride holster and the magnetic sidecar holster from JM4 Tactical. Tell me what you think. Would you wear these or no? Why or why not? I want to hear from you. Until next time, y'all take care.